Welcome to From the Den podcast, providing Bears and NFL fans alike with compelling news, discussion, and debate. I'm your co-host Benjamin, joined alongside my dear friend and co-host Oren.
Hey Benjamin, let's get right into it. As always, kickoff starts now.
Do you trust Anthony Miller? Just do you trust him? Do you have faith putting him at the wide receiver 2 and having a backup of Ted Ginn?
I'm going to interpret that the way I want to. Do I trust Anthony Miller? I'm going to say no for now. There are a lot of positives I've seen out of Anthony Miller, but there are also a lot of negatives. And with the addition of Ted Ginn, I am not 100% sure that Anthony Miller will improve this year or improve significantly as much as you would think. At least when I say no, I trust him a lot less than you do, or I would assume you do.
But why?
I think that Ted Ginn has a legitimate shot at getting the wide receiver 2 position. And you did say Anthony Miller had better production when Taylor Gabriel is out, but that's expected. Even if a bad wide receiver steps up, they're just going to be receiving more targets, so it makes sense that they'll be playing better, or that they'll put up better numbers. But still, Anthony Miller did have a lot of drops. So those drops need to stop for me to fully trust Anthony Miller.
Now, I have to disagree with you for different reasons. First of all, Anthony Miller playing well, I mean, I get that it's expected, but he statistically, if he kept that going, I'm not saying he would have kept that going, he would have been on par or even better than Allen Robinson. And that's very hard to do considering that Allen Robinson was on the team. Anthony Miller was the wide receiver 2 and putting up great wide receiver 1 numbers. So having that said, I think that I have confidence in him for different reasons. But I think one of the biggest reasons is that he proved himself last year, that he has potential. He proved that he can be good. Now, do I 1,000% trust him? No, I don't. Because there are plenty of problems. He could be considered a hothead. He can be a bit injury prone. He can drop balls. He can be inconsistent. But my only thing is that he proved that if he is put in a position that he can strive.
Yeah. I would say just one additional thing, and then we can move on, unless you want to refute what I'm going to say. You talk about proving yourself. I've said this a few times. That's another reason why I trust I trust Ted Ginn more than Anthony Miller. Fine, Anthony Miller showed some potential as a Bear. And I'm not saying, of course I would love for Anthony Miller to break out, but Ted Ginn, I know exactly what I'm getting out of Ted Ginn. I know exactly the production I'm going to receive, or at least I think I do. I know he can't dip beyond a certain point. Anthony Miller can 100% dip to a certain point, whether that's because of his shoulder injury, whether that's because of its consistent drops, or whether that's because Nagy just likes Ted Ginn more than him and he's just not involved enough. So I just have more faith that Ted Ginn will play better, and that's why I haven't seen enough out of Anthony Miller for me to fully trust him.
So, again, I disagree, but I'm going to respect your opinion right now.
Oh, thank you.
If you enjoyed this episode of From the Den, please remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video.
Or, if you're a Packers fan, remember to dislike and leave a nasty comment. Click the links on the screen to access additional content.